OLL is the third step of the Cfop method and stands for orientation of the last layer. Now, the goal of OLL is to create a yellow face after finishing F2L. To do this, you look at the pattern of the yellow last layer pieces and perform an algorithm that solved the case. The problem is that there are 57 cases in total, and while you could learn an algorithm for each case, if you're starting out, you don't want to do this. So instead, I'm going to teach you 9 algorithms for which you can always do OLL in just 2 steps. Or sometimes even in 1 step if you're lucky. Anyways, let's crack on with the video. Hello everyone, my name is Joshua, but you might know me as DutchCuber, and in today's video I'm gonna teach you easy 2-look OLL. Now, the first step of 2-look OLL contains of 4 different cases. One is where you have a yellow bar like this. 2 is where you have a yellow elbow or corner. So like this, or like this, or like this. 3 is where you don't have any of the yellow edges upwards. So it's just the yellow middle piece. And 4 is where the entire yellow cross is solved. So for the first step, you're just gonna look at the yellow cross pieces. So none of these corners matter. Right now we can see we have a yellow bar, and you want to keep that bar horizontally. Make sure to put it horizontally by just turning the top layer instead of turning the entire cube. It saves a lot of time and it saves a regrip. So make sure to do that. Now, the way you're gonna solve this bar is by doing F, R, U, R prime, U prime, F prime. And then you have the yellow cross. Then you have the elbow or the corner. So the way you're gonna hold this is with the both edge pieces to the back and to the left. So like this. And then what you're gonna do is F, U, R, U prime, R prime, F prime. Up next is the dot case, where you only have the yellow middle facing upwards and none of the edge pieces. So the way to solve this case is actually a combination of the 2 algorithms I just showed you, and the fastest way to do it is to start with the elbow algorithm. So F, U, R, U prime, R prime, F prime, and then just U, and as you can see we have the bar, so then it's F, R, U, R prime, U prime, F prime, and the cross is solved. Now, this is the 4th case where you have the cross solved, and that's actually the sign to move on to the next step. So we will start the 2nd step of 2-look OLL with the cross. From here, you're gonna use 1 algorithm to solve the entire yellow face. These first 2 cases are almost the same, so pay close attention. The first one is where you have 1 of the corner pieces solved, and then what you're gonna do is put that corner piece in the right back and then look at which way the yellow sticker is pointing in the front right. So right now it's pointing to the right. And the algorithm that goes with this case is R, U2, R prime, U prime, R, U prime, R prime. And the yellow phase is solved. So, like I said, the second case is almost exactly the same, but the difference is that now this front right piece is pointing towards you. Then what you're going to do is L, U, L prime, U, L, U2, L prime, and the yellow phase is solved. Up next is this case. You have two solved yellow corners across from each other. And then you're gonna hold the left corner pointing towards you. So not like this, because this yellow corner is pointing to the left, but pointing towards you. Then you're gonna do F, R prime, F prime, L, F, R, F prime, L prime, and the yellow phase is solved. For this next case, you have two solved yellow corners next to one another, and the two unsolved corners are pointing away from each other. So this one is pointing to the left, this one is pointing to the right. You're gonna hold the two unsolved corners on the left. You're gonna do L, F, R prime, F prime, L prime, F, R, F prime, and the yellow phase is solved. There is one more case where you have two yellow corners solved next to one another, and that's when the two unsolved corners are pointing towards you, or to the same side, I should say. But you're gonna want to hold the cube like this, so with the two unsolved corners pointing towards you, and then you're gonna do a bit more complex algorithm. So it's gonna be R2, D, R prime, U2, R, D prime, R prime, U2, R, and the yellow phase is solved. Now we're on to the second last case of 2-look OLL. And that's when only the cross is solved and you have two pairs of corners pointing in the same direction. You're gonna hold it with the corners pointing to the right and to the left, so like this. And then you're gonna solve it with R, U, R prime, U, R, U prime, R prime, U, and then R, U2, R prime, and the yellow phase is solved. Now this final case is the most difficult algorithm of them all. So you have the cross solved, you have one pair of corners pointing in the same direction to your left, and then the algorithm you're gonna do is R, U2, R2, U prime, R2, U prime, R2, U2, and then you might want to do an extra R, but your hand cannot move anymore, so you're gonna do 3 R's backwards. And that's a bit of a weird move, but I do like it because it's really efficient, and I'll show you in a second. So you can actually perform this algorithm on a pretty high speed. And that's why I included the 3 R's backward like this, because your hand is already in that position and you can easily make the flip backwards. Now, if you don't like that version of the algorithm, you can also just solve it like this, or if your cube can't handle it. So you just keep your thumbs on the front and then just hold it like this and just do the same algorithm. And then it also works, but I prefer the version I just showed you. Now you have learned to look OLL. So next time you're done making the F2L, you can just look at the yellow pieces, make a cross, and then solve the yellow face. I hope you enjoyed this video. Show it some love by liking the video, leaving a comment, and maybe subscribing if you enjoyed it. And I will see you in the next video. See ya!